everyone, and welcome to KipTV News. I am Kip. Tonight will be the first episode of our new format where I interview leaders and players of UGC Highlander teams. Tonight we're going to start off with Gold and speak with Moose from Plus Forward, and then we're going to go to How Do I Spy Radio with Roman Anderson. Next episode, I hope to bring you some European silver coverage with TJB, and after that, who knows where we'll go. So here are the interviews. All right, and I am joined here by a Moose, who's a Art True TF2 admin, UGC admin, leader of Plus Forward, and then medic of Plus Forward as well. Is that correct? Did I get them all?
That's right.
All right, so when do you sleep?
Never.
Oh, okay.
Between school and being an admin, it's not important.
All right, I understand that. But I wanted to talk to you as leader as Plus Forward. First of all, this is the regime from last year, is it not?
Pretty much. I mean, I played with a couple people or whatever, moved some people off, moved some people on. So I think our movements have made us stronger. But basically, yes, it is the regime.
Okay, great. Then tell us about the name change then.
A lot of people think it's a callback to Plus Forward or Bust, which is one of Heinz' old Sixes teams, and it's really not. I just thought it would be funny to make it Plus Forward because, like, when you're playing or whatever, you want to plus forward into the other team, you want to get real aggressive. So it's kind of more of a play on words as far as that goes.
All right. I think I follow you. I'm not exactly sure.
Plus Forward is a console command that just makes you move forward in game.
Oh, so. I get it. Console. Okay. Wow, I just had a total blonde moment. All right, let's move on then. So far, you guys are undefeated. How did the first 2 games of the season go?
Good. We've actually improved a lot as far as scrims. Like, we don't have very good scrims every week, but we do have really good games. That's because everyone comes in focused. And I think a lot of people will say it's because we've had easy teams. These are not easy teams that we've beaten. It's working well so far, and I think we're just going to be able to keep that energy up throughout the rest of the season. All
right, great. And we were talking about new people you brought in. Hein is one of those big names. Now, everyone will know Hein from the Syndicate as medic, but he's playing soldier for you. What does his presence on the team mean for you guys?
He is a really good communicator, and he's really smart. So when he's playing or whatever, I'm really comfortable knowing that my sides are covered on a map because he's going to be there. He doesn't die very often. When he does, he makes sure to tell someone to go cover his area. His presence on the team makes me feel more comfortable as a medic. I'm really glad that I picked him up over anyone else that was applying or trying out because he's so smart about the way he plays.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's really good.
Do you get nervous playing medic with one of the best Highlander medics? Oh, okay.
No, not at all. He's been really supportive of teaching me how to play, and I've already learned a lot.
That's great. So. All I know is whenever I play a lobby with Dave Plus and I'm engineer, I freeze. So good for you. All right. Then wanted to talk to you about, now you guys were silver last season, correct?
Yeah.
And so now there's this new gold division. So can you maybe speak to that not only as a player, but also as a UGC admin?
Gold, or go ahead.
Go ahead. You had something to say.
Okay, no, well, gold is basically the bottom couple teams in platinum that were having trouble. And the top half of silver, anyone that had a positive record last season, is in gold this season, and the top 4 teams from steel. So that's kind of the gold division. It's made everyone kind of nervous because it's like, well, it's just kind of like platinum B or whatever. We're not really that good. We're not really platinum. It's anyone that did well in silver last season. So that's kind of our justification for that division.
And do you feel comfortable for your team being in that division?
Oh, yeah. We've always done well against teams in our own division and even in Platinum in scrims and whatnot. So I think we're in the right place right now.
That's good. Awesome. Next week you have How Do I Spy Radio coming up. Is that correct?
Yeah, and we're actually really... HDISR, Roman's another one of the UGC admins.
I will actually be interviewing him later tonight.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm going to try to cause drama. So what are your plans for that? How do you approach a map that's just so everybody plays?
Well, it's Badwater. I mean, it's really one of the more cut and dry staple payload maps that we run, and I think everyone already kind of knows the role we're actually going to go over again tonight and kind of clarify everyone's role on this map. There's some things I want to try that are going to be kind of out of the box.
Okay, so you are looking to, like, change things up, not
just a little bit, just a little
Okay.
bit. Not enough to risk us throwing the match, but
Okay.
just enough that they're not going to be able to expect some of the things we come up with. So,
Great. I won't even try to ask what those are.
yeah, I'm not going to tell you anyways.
Okay. I want to get your sense about how you feel about all the other teams. Like you talked about How Do I Spy Radio, and you actually cut out a little bit there. So can you repeat what you said about HDISR?
They are really good friends of ours. Roman's another one of the UGC
Okay,
admins.
there we go.
They're about our level, and we're really looking forward to playing them on Monday. So,
What other teams do you consider? Now there's like I think 6 teams that are still undefeated in gold right now. What are your top competitors, do you feel like, for this season?
well, everyone's top competitor is Top Gluttons. For one, they have Valen in on engineer, and he's an ex-invite scout, so you know his hit scan's going to be really good, and he's really smart. I think he's going to really change up the engineer game up this season, and we're going to see some different things from him that we haven't seen before. They have Block on Demo Man, who's really good. Erica and Player One are both really smart players, so I think that they're going to do well. Literally, Borderline Platinum is the other one that everyone's really excited about. They have some really good players on their team, and we've been able to like kind of keep up with them in scrims, as well as we've actually been really close to that team as well as HDISR. So everyone's excited for those two teams. Costco, I'm surprised. I feel they should be up with those top 3 teams or whatever, but I guess they're not scrimming or something this season, so
Okay.
we'll see.
So then, top 3 end of the season. Where do you guys fit?
I want to be up there. I'm not going to give away what I think the final rankings will be, but I want to be one of those top 3 teams.
Awesome. Great. Well, that concludes all my questions. Is there anything else you want to say about Gold or your team, or you could give shout-outs, whatever you want?
I just want to say good luck to everyone this season, not just in Gold, but in all of UGC. Really, it's going to be a really exciting season, and I'm really looking forward to it. So
I absolutely agree. It's already been off to a great start. So once again, Moose from Plus Forward, UGC, and our True TF2, everything apparently. So thank you so much for joining me, and that's about it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Now we'll go on to see the interview with Roman Anderson. All right, now I am joined by Roman Anderson, medic for How Do I Spy Radio. Roman, how are you doing today?
Hey, doing really, really good. How are you, Kip?
Good. All right, let's talk a little about How Do I Spy Radio. First of all, the name. You stole it from Reddit, didn't you?
We did.
All right.
Yeah, we had a big name change. Well, we had like a whole team restructure, and we decided to change our name as part of our new identity, and that one had the least amount of down votes, I guess.
Okay.
So,
who were you before?
we used to be SAG, Sexy Ass Gamers. And
right.
we were them in like 2011.
Oh, so
for a
long
couple
ago.
seasons. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Barely remember that.
So-
So how long have you been playing competitive?
Since Jan 1, 2011, started with SAG, then played with them for a bunch of seasons, broke off, started my own team in Steel, like in summer of 2011, I think. We didn't do too good, moved over, went back to SAG, they had some roster changes, went back as NG, and then we changed around, now we're How Do I Spy Radio, and it's all is good.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, so tell us about your team. Anything
Sure,
you
so-
want to say. You can tell the roster, whatever you want to tell us.
Well, we have a couple new guys, Wilshire and Banana Phone. I think we're the team of families. My little brother plays on our team. He's my little big brother, little Roman. He's younger than me, but he's like 6'2" and he's just bigger than I am. And then Froman's brother, Banana Phone, he plays our spy. He's 14, he's new, does a great job. Working with him has been a blast. Derp, his sister plays, however, not on our team. We're trying to get her to be on our team, just so we can have 3 sibling groups. So it's a good team, a lot of young players, a lot of experience under our belts. We kind of have a core. Like Trike has been playing for forever. He's our soldier. We have Derp as our sniper, also known as Dr. Pepper. Chuck on scout, and Froman on demo. All have a ton of experience. They can pretty much play whatever classes they want. Little Roman can play whatever he wants. So that gives us a lot of flexibility what we want to do, and we have a lot of trust on our team, which has been really great. So.
But you're standard medic. You're staying. Are you staying as that class?
I'm staying as medic for now. Part of the problem with like replacing a medic is you also have to replace a caller. So if I was to move off medic, like to play demo or heavy, like it changes the whole team dynamic. We had a bunch of roster changes last summer season, and that was pretty rough on us. Froman used to play NG. We lost our demo and our medic on the same night, so we had to bring in. I used to play spy, so we brought in a new spy and a new engineer. I moved to medic. Froman moved to demo, and since then it's been a rough road back to where we used to be. So.
Yeah, but how do you feel right?
Oh, go ahead.
How do you feel right now? How's HDISR feel this season?
We feel pretty good. It's been nice to move back to gold, kind of get or move down to gold, from platinum. Our comms aren't really, and our positioning really aren't at the level of platinum. Like, we have a pretty good deathmatch, but as a team, we're weaker on a lot of the some of the stuff you need to be able to play at that higher level. We've been scrimming more. We threw in a scrim on Thursdays instead of just scrimming on Sundays like we used to previously. And that helps, get our feet wet, get ready to, get ready for the match on Monday. And so we scrim on Thursdays and we scrim on Sundays, and then Monday before the match, of course, to warm up. So that, I think, has been the single greatest thing that we've done this season to help our team, get back on its feet, learn to play together again, and so I feel like we have a good shot this year.
Yeah, and so far you guys are undefeated, 2-0. Congrats.
Oh, thank you.
So there are only other 4 teams that are undefeated. I've got Top Gluttons, Plus Forward, Heating Up, and literally borderline Platinum. Do you feel like these are the top teams that you're going to be contending with for first place?
I don't know. I don't even know if we're going to be a first place contender. I think it's really early to tell. I think part of the glory of gold is that it's extremely tight. It gives UGC this fine granularity of control over what teams are in what divisions, and as such, I think it's a very good thing that gold, I think, is going to be the tightest division this year. I think when playoffs come around, you're going to see a lot of upsets, and don't be surprised by that. They're not really upsets, because everybody that I've seen is very, very close. All the top 8 teams could go any way, any night of the week. I feel right now that's where we're at as a gold division.
So you haven't been surprised at any of the teams? They're all, this is what you expect, this level.
I mean, I've been kind of disappointed. I felt like a couple teams we've played haven't put the effort into scrims and stuff, and and when you're in gold, I feel like you should be putting your best foot forward and not just kind of riding on your past reputation. Like, you should still continue. Let's get back into platinum. Let's rock hard. Let's play hard. So
is moving back up to platinum your ultimate goal?
It really depends. We were kind of thrown off by the amount of invites that people had last year. That was kind of frustrating for us because we didn't really know how to deal with that. And for us, playing Highlander has never been about winning. It's been more of, this is something I want to do with my friends, and this is something I want to do with my friends that are really good at TF2. So when we brought in our replacements, we didn't go, hey, who's on the invite list that's not on a team? We said, hey, who do we know that we can bring up to speed and that we can work with and bring back up? So I think that mentality will keep us in gold, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, I agree. So as a family team, how awkward would it be to cut your brother?
Oh, I would never cut my brother. He's the best player on our team.
What if he... Okay, never mind. We won't go into that what if. So does it ever get awkward? Because Heavy Medic is obviously a huge combo in Highlander. And I've heard comms from different teams just so much yelling and stuff. So how does it go between brothers? Is it just same old, same old?
Sure. Well, I think it's even better. So, me and my brother, we've always been really, really close. And whenever we play sports together or card games or whatever, we can kind of read each other's minds. So we know, I know where Little's going to go. I know what he's going to do. I know he's going to push here. I know he's going to pull back. And he knows what I'm going to do. He knows, okay, he's taking the heals off. He's giving Froman some heals, no big deal. I'm just going to conserve. We have this unspoken bond that is super beneficial. Like we don't have to comm a lot because we just know exactly what to do and where the other person's going to be. So it's
Have
amazing.
scientists like dissected your brains yet or anything, or are you going to wait for her to die?
Hopefully when we die.
So are you in the same house, or are you guys separate?
We used to live together, and he is now back at college, so
Okay.
we are separate again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right. Let's see. Sorry about that. Okay. Are you active in the UGC forums?
Yeah, I started. I don't normally like forums.
Yeah.
They're full of trolls and attention and drama and all that. But
I don't know what you're talking about. These are not the forums I know.
right, yeah, no. But as soon as I developed the prediction tool, I wrote that for UGC. I saw a need there. After I posted that, I got super oh, let's check out the forum. Let's see what people are saying. People love their predictions. They love that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And the gold stats that OJ put together. Oh, stats don't mean anything, but they're so fun to look at. It's I'm number 2 in Ubers per second or Ubers per minute, and it's awesome and that kind of stuff. But it doesn't really mean anything. It's just really cool to compare yourself to other top players.
So you're not, as a leader, you're not using these new resources for anything new. They're just fun math.
It is nice, so we can research the team that we're playing, and we can see where they rank compared to our players, and we can kind of focus out and call out players that will give us trouble. So when we played the last bosses last Monday in Croissant, it was super tight, and one of the reasons I felt like we were able to keep it really tight is we put a lot of focus on their Demo X. He does so much damage. He's just aggressive, and he's got great position. He's got great stickies, and so we felt like we put our scout on him, we put our spy on him, we put our sniper on him, and that helped, I think, to clear a lot of the way for us there. So in that case, the stats were very beneficial for us.
Very good. So you lied. That's a good way to start an interview or do an interview. All right. So let's see. Then so fast forward, I don't know, 3 months. Who are the top 3 teams in gold?
Ooh, that's tough. I think Plus Forward has a shot. I think, honestly, I can't really say besides Top Forward, or Plus Forward, excuse me, because I haven't really played all of the teams yet. I know some of the teams that I don't think will be there, but I don't know. I think it's still hashing out. I think there's still a lot of movement and a lot of really close matches. I think this week is going to be super exciting with us playing Plus Forward. I actually had
Moose on earlier. He talked some real trash about you.
Oh, yeah. I love Moose. Great guy.
Sorry, I interrupted you. I had to say that.
Yep. Oh, I love you, Moose. I won't talk trash. Good guy.
But yeah, so I talked to him about Badwater. It's one of those maps that everybody plays so many times. It's in almost every UGC season. How do you ever approach it in a different way? Or do you just standard, this is where the sentry goes, this is where we push?
Right. I think it really depends on adapting to what the other team does. So if the other team is running on very last point on defense, if the other team's running a sentry way back left, or if you're attacking, way back to your right on that upper platform where it can cover map room, you gotta adjust your strategy. Your soldier might go black box, or not black box, but direct hit. Your sniper might go up to the upper room, snipe down, kill the NG. You might run a scout in there. You gotta adjust accordingly. There's a few standard spots that pretty much everybody builds. There's a reason that pretty much everybody builds there. They're the best spots to go. I think a lot of it comes down to who's going to win Badwater is who's going to know to pull out first and who's going to be able to establish the second hold. You got to know when you're going to lose, and you got to pull back. Cut your losses, and you'll be fine.
Yes, absolutely. So any of the other maps coming up that you've already started strategizing about, or do you take this by a week-by-week basis?
We've done a little bit of work on Vitalism, now known as Haunt. That's next week's map. Our buddy Scorpio Uprising wrote that map. We played. He used to be on our team. He was our old medic.
It's a great map.
Oh, I hate Capture the Flag, but I love Haunt.
What?
I love because it's not Capture the Flag. it's like control mid, and it's like a Koth, but with an added objective. It's awesome. Like there's tons of room to move around. There's this crazy room in the middle. There's like you get an objective. Like our team has a really hard time with points for some reason. We don't know what to do on 5CP because there's a million ways to push. You got to memorize, last point hold, second point hold, mid fight hold, second point push, second point hold, etc. It's just a lot to do, and not everybody knows what to do. So they just kind of fall back into their gut instinct. But on like objective maps, payload, okay, we got to push a card. Okay, that's really easy for us to do. But then on Haunt, it's going to be like, oh, there's a little flag. We got to bring that to the middle. Okay, we can do that. We know where the flag is. We know how to grab it. We know how to bring it to it. So we love objective stuff. We love carts. We love payload. It's so easy, and it just kind of flows for us. So.
Oh, that's great. Well, then good luck with that. I think you're the first person who's been excited about that.
Haunt? Oh, Haunt is so fun.
I tried casting, or whatever. All right. So that pretty much sums up all my questions. Is there anything else you want to tell us about your team, or tell us about Gold, or just the season in general?
No, I think just stay tuned. Go rock out that prediction tool. If you have any problems with it, let me know. I'll fix it. Follow the spreadsheets. Follow the forums. It's great. Respect your admins. Everything's going to be great this season, and super excited for what playoffs are going to hold this year.
Awesome. Well, great. Well, thank you once again, Roman Anderson from How Do I Spy Radio. Thank you so much for joining me, Roman.
Thanks, Kip. Take care.
That concludes today's episode of KipTV News. I hope you enjoyed the new format. Please let me know your feedback, and we'll see where we go from there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Good night and good frags.